Check. Mic, check. Oh, okay, that's fine. I still got 2 minutes before I actually start. Okay. This will work. We'll put this here like this. Damn, just not as bright. That definitely blocks the camera. Let me try that. I think my only issue is I want to be able to see the chat. Or I can put it on the side. That always helps. Okay. Turn it up some. That looks okay. It is noon. So, hey, what's going on? It's your boy Finny. Oh God, I say it's your boy. It's your boy. I did the thing. I watched too much of Paisley stuff. I said it's your boy Finny. Whoops. I mean, it still sounds nice. But anyways, it is Sunday, May 7th, noon here in Las Vegas. And I wanted to have another mental health meeting discussion. And today's subject was going to be, what is going to be, OnlyFans chargebacks. It's your boy Fiddy. Let's go. Um, Again, I'm not sure how long this one's gonna be. There's not like actual like dialogue to where I'm like somebody's here, I'm interacting and stuff. I kind of came up with this last minute, but I wanted to be consistent because I'm gonna be here. I don't think I'll be here next week because I leave to go to Miami. But the week after, I know I will be here, so I'll be able to like promote and hopefully we'll have it in the format that we've had it before last week. But this week, I still wanted to do it. I still wanted to be here. I still wanted to have a discussion about OnlyFans chargebacks and what it does to us, um, financially speaking, as well as mentally and emotionally, what it does to us. So, for starters, what it is when somebody on OnlyFans either subscribes or well pays to subscribe or buys some content or tips or something like that, and then within 24 hours of them doing that, they more commonly they'll call their bank up and try to like dispute the transaction like they didn't do it, like it was a mistake. And long story short, they end up getting a chargeback on OnlyFans. They get their money back and they get to keep whatever it is that they got from you. If they got a video from you, they got that video. You don't get the money for that video. You don't get the money for the subscription. Um, Sometimes, very uncommonly, the chargeback won't work. Like they'll try to do it, and no matter what, is going to kick them off. Like you don't get to keep an account after doing that. Like you get kicked off, but I mean that don't really stop nobody because they could just make another one. But again, uncommonly, sometimes the chargeback doesn't work. But most of the time, if somebody does, a chargeback is gonna go through, and you're not gonna get that money. You're gonna see that ugly red reverse little arrow on your thing, and I know that stresses us out a lot when we see that, especially if it's somebody that like maybe came through and balled out. You know, they came through and they balled a shit ton of content, and with that is like, oh, you get so happy, you get so excited. I'm gonna get this huge payout. It's gonna be awesome. And then you go back the next day, they named and disappeared. It's just a bunch of red reverse signs on all of those cells. And I know that psychologically that fucks us up. That stresses us out. And it's like, oh man, dang. I thought not only am I thought I was gonna get that money, but now I might lose it. And it's just stressful. And then trying to stay up to date on the people that are doing it, just in case you want to try to warn other people about it. But you can only do so much. And that's like one of the biggest, at least for me personally, that's like one of the biggest stressors of using OnlyFans, is having to deal with chargebacks. So something that I did, I kind of started to notice that the chargebacks was only really happening within 24 hours of them subscribing. And it wasn't happening with like returning subscribers. It was happening with new subscribers coming through. And they would DM me almost immediately, like, oh, I want this video. Oh, send me this, send me this, send me this. And before I knew what I knew, I was just gung-ho, like, hell yeah. Video, unlock. They would just unlock and unlock and unlock and buy and buy and buy. And I'm feeling like, yo, this is going to be like a bomb-ass month in terms of sales. Go back the next day, I'm teary-eyed because they didn't charge back to a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I just started to notice that it would happen with new subscribers within 24 hours of them doing it. And once I peeped that pattern, that was a lock for me. I was like, okay, so what do I do to prevent it moving forward? So the one thing that is inevitable that you really can't prevent is subscriptions. Like if they subscribe, that's it. And if they happen to do a chargeback or something like that, there's nothing you can do about the subscription itself. But you can prevent your content from being stolen. Let's just say it's stolen. By noticing those signs, like, okay, the moment that person subscribed, are they hitting you up asking for specific videos, specific content? Like I shot a video with a model, Mandy May. We shot a video last year, and then I had somebody hit me up asking for that video upon subscribing immediately. He did it for multiple accounts too, so that was already a red flag in itself. I was like, okay, wait a minute. So in case you get blocked here or something, you want to try to ensure that you get the video that you can steal. But no. So what I ended up doing is, here, I'll read it for you. I actually added this to my welcome message when people subscribe. And I know it's kind of a gamble with this because sometimes you might have somebody that's subscribed that maybe their intent isn't to, like, steal content and stuff. But for me, it's not really worth the risk. I can be a little bit patient for what I consider to be, the greater good. I'm trying to find the message real quick so I can read it. I could just go to my settings because this is exactly what I chats. Yeah, here it is. So this is what I said. So I have my welcome message. Welcome to Finney's VIP page. Thanks for joining. La da 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 da. So at the end of it, it says, going into effect immediately. If you are a new subscriber, you have to wait at least 24 hours before you request any pay-per-view content. And that means directly request, tip on a post and expect that video to be sent to you immediately. All of that stuff, 24 hours before you ask and try to do anything to get something sent to you directly within those 24 hours. This is done to weed out the scam users from doing numerous chargeback once they receive content. And that's been up there for months for me. And it's been effective. I haven't really had to deal with my content being jacked. Like I said, there's nothing you can do about subscription chargebacks. If they happen to subscribe and then do a chargeback, there's nothing you can do about that. But you can take preventative measures to protect your content. And that's just one that I did. I would definitely love to hear from other people, like on socials. Maybe I'll ask on like Twitter or something like that in regards to what other people do about it, what they would like to do, advice for other people who go through it, someone who's maybe been through it worse than I have. But if you have an OnlyFans, a profitable OnlyFans, you've been through it. You've dealt with it in some way, shape, or form, whether it was on a grand scale or just a little subscription or a cheap video or something like that. But I just say, to the best of your ability, don't stress. If you can prevent it, prevent it. Um, but definitely take more appreciation for the people that are there, that are spending money, that are loyal, spending money and not trying to pull it back with a string, but like legitimate, like good people on there. And I don't feel as if my preventative measures is a punishment for anyone, because at the end of the day, anyone that's serious about buying the content is okay with waiting the 24 hours. I've gotten no complaints from anybody who hits me up and they're like, oh, well, can I get this video? And then I will just let them know. Go back up there and read that welcome message. Can't request nothing for 24 hours. Or, if I don't feel like interacting, say I'm busy or something, I have like a screenshot where I circled the welcome message and I'll just ship that right to them so they can reread it again. And yeah, every time, as far as I've been doing it, every time I've got no complaints. They'll be like, oh, okay, well, I'll come back in 24 hours. And they always get their stuff in 24 hours. I'm pretty reliable when it comes to getting their content to them efficiently. And yeah, so far so good. So that is just one way that I know how to prevent your content from being stolen. So I get it. It's inevitable. It's hard to like just kind of be like, well, I can't stress about that. I can't not stress about that. I get that. But again, try to take as much preventative measures as you possibly can. Don't trip too much. Please don't punish all of your subscribers for this and stuff. Don't block your bag either and just be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to sell anything. That doesn't hurt anyone but you. Like, no, still sell stuff, but, just do what you can in that situation. And just understand that it happens to all of us. It's not like a targeted issue where it's just kind of like it's only happening to you. No, it happens to all of us. Think of the best of the best. Everybody in the 0.000% probably happens to them more than anyone. But that ain't stopped their bag, and it won't stop yours. So you keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, I think in regards to OnlyFans chargebacks, this would be a lot longer again if this was like dialogue with another person and having that discussion. But it's only me. I can only talk about subjects for so long when it's just me. So yeah. If anybody else has any comments about anything, feel free to leave a comment, whether I'm here right now or later. I'll highlight it and whatnot. And again, I'm gonna bring the subject up on my Twitter and get a discussion going there. And be sure to check it out. My Twitter is Finney's Playhouse, just like on everything else. Yeah, I guess I'll sign off. And I appreciate you, everyone, for tuning in, whether you're watching it live or you're running it back, watching it at another point. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed, to be interactive, talk to some other people, and check out all the other fire content I got on my page. And look out for some more fire content that I'm going to be dropping soon. So I'm not going to be doing a live on Mother's Day because I will be out of town, but I will be back on the 21st. I don't know what the subject's going to be yet, but it will be relevant. It will be, something that we can have a dialogue about. And I'm definitely, I think next time I'll still do it outside. And, excuse me. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.